I can see definitely how Capitancito will struggle, but I am curious because they're both from the same region. I'm curious, if like how the set record has been in the past.
It's just such an interesting match because again, like you also can just talk about Migana and be like, oh yeah, Migana, whatever. It is literally a character that you cannot predict at all because it just has such an optional move set, and it can literally take it anyway just based on what the player wants and likes.
Ooh, so the last time that they played, Maister has taken the last two sets off of Capitancito, and pretty convincingly so, actually. And we're seeing that, you know, pretty much right now, Capitancito has not been able to find a way in. Maister just sitting in shield, waiting for Capitancito to press that first button and punish him for it.
This is also just such
That's
wow, 12% to start, and it's so interesting too because now you have that bucket for Game & Watch and that reflector, and it's just going to be so difficult for Capitan to really get anything off right here because Game & Watch is just going to start reflecting everything.
Okay, now Capitancito just trying his best to really be ambiguous with the way that he's falling off the platforms, making a lot of use out of wave bounces, and Belix is getting a little bit tricky with it, but Capitancito has not been yet able to find any conversions, you know, any juggle opportunities. Maister has just gotten away.
Just super patient play coming off from Maister. Again, that bucket is going to be the thing, the move that we see the most out of. That up smash out of the shield, taking that first stop for Capitan. Right now, still anyone's game, but that damage is going to start racking up really quick on Game & Watch.
Yeah, you can't get too comfortable committing to things like projectiles against Game & Watch from a long range. Bucket comes out so quickly. You know, had Capitancito opted for the energy projectiles, would have been able to bucket those. Like, that tool is just so important for defining the pace and pressuring a lot of this match.
Wow, the shield right out of the up smash, just barely getting it out in time. The roll into the charge shot from Capitan. Dash attack sending Maister off stage. Maister needs to find a way to quickly get back the stage control here. Down smash,
but down
into
smash,
the
F smash, yeah, that's gonna be able to do it. One of the most menacing berries in the whole game. Just keeps you stuck there for so long. And there it is, Maister finding the neutral, and, you know, just opts for the quick little upper to set up a ledge trap as quickly as possible. I'll say this, you know, over and over. Maister is one of the most menacing people when it comes to getting juggled by him. He knows how to take your stock and deal obscene amounts of damage.
Well, right now it's looking like Capitan is the one doing some damage right here. 86%, but taking that stock off of Maister. Maister just now wants to find a quick way to end this. Don't let this game drag out for much longer.
Who just dashing back a little bit, trying to give himself just some space. That back kill from Maister was so smart. Capitancito has established that with each reflected projectile, he's going to be jumping in response, and Maister called that out. So the amount of counterplay that you can get.
Wow.
Dude, that was tough. that entire game could just be described as tough.
Just straight tough. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know how to describe that otherwise. Like, every reflector that Maister threw out that did reflect a projectile, Maister covered every single option. You saw it right there with that one that you were specifically talking about, catching that jump, and even if he didn't, if he stood there shield, the option was covered.
Yeah, like, the option still would have been covered. Maister, as soon as he reflects that missile, he's like, okay, you know, this is my zoning projectile now. I'm gonna catch your jumps. I got notes on before how you're gonna move around that. He took that projectile, applied, you know, his own like conditioning and his own note taking up until that point, and was able to get the punish. That back air was so smart. And if you're getting hit by something like that as Capitancito, that just, you know, that's a huge call out. That if and when your projectile does get reflected, you need to know your own defensive mix-ups. Oh my
Wow.
god, Maister just at the ledge, just pressuring Capitancito so much. He's just not able to get back on. Chef into
Why-
dash attack and F tilted.
Why let him touch the stage?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Like, no one needs to touch the stage other than Maister right here. Like, Maister has racked up 102 damage in less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, 102 damage, less than 30 seconds, but Capitancito is going to be able to throw out some of his own. Not able to catch the landing, and once again, Chef at ledge. Look how much it does.
Oh my god, I would have killed. The last piece of bacon or whatever actually saving Capitan there.
Meister's ledge trapping flowchart is so solid because he's able to consistently take people from like 30% to death at the ledge. It is arguably like something that he does phenomenally well. So next time the Capitancito is off stage, like, could easily be it.
Yup. No tech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just able to track that all the way down right now. Capitancito just struggling to initiate so much. And Maister, he's just playing this so well.
Maister is just racking up damage on Capitan here. Capitan is not touching the stage.
Oh, goes right into it, but so lucky for Capitancito, not actually going to be getting hit with the belly hit quite yet. Maister trying to catch that landing with up smash, a little bit too quick to pull the trigger on it. But now Capitancito finally able to play a little bit of his own game here, trying to set up some ledge traps, but not able to account for the high recovery.
Oh, barely hitting that bomb out of the way. That's a charged shot. And at 132, Maister has lost his first stock, but at 135, 150,
that's it.
Capitan has lost his second.
Dude, Florida is like so ridiculously safe on shield. It can, you know, you can get like blockchains with it. You can try to get a grab.
It's somehow such a good move and bad move all at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Capitancito that time dashing back and catching Meister's landing. You see the way though that Capitancito started to mix up his defensive options to the reflected missiles, right? No longer jumping in those positions and now deciding just to sit and shield. So Meister's just gonna have to find another way to adapt around it. Oh boy.
Almost full bucket now for Maister.
Who tries to set up the struggle, but I really love the use of the forward of Capitancito. Use it just to give himself a little bit of extra momentum, pushes himself all the way back there. Oh, buddy.
That back air killing. Capitan finally found that second stock off of Maister, but at 96%, Dara, is it too late for Capitan?
Maister is really sure making it look like that, because look at the way that, again, he's just ledge trapping with Chef, forcing out all of these options from Capitancito, but he fights his way back onto the stage. Maister now ready to cover the aggressive option and falling out of the back here. Maister unfortunately retreating with it. That was spaced a little bit too well, and didn't commit to it all the way.
Wow, no punish actually connecting there from Maister, whiffing on that. And right now, Capitan has been bringing this damage up. Is that game?
There's no way. That killed?
148 on 74%.
Up smash out of shield killed at 74%.
Literally, 148 to 74. Literally, Capitan had double the exact damage. And that up smash at 74% kills. Right now, Capitan has been bringing this damage up a piece. Is that game?
There's no way.
Winners quarterfinals.
That killed? That comeback from Capitancito was amazing. Really the biggest thing that he was doing that game, that was just like so different to game number one. Not only was he mixing up his own defensive options to a lot of those reflected projectiles, right? We're seeing more sitting in shield, we're seeing more movement around it rather than just jumping over that reflected projectile. He was able to mitigate a lot of damage. But then also he caught a lot of Meister's landings. If you can catch Game & Watch's landings, then you've kind of made it, because a lot of his gameplay relies on, you know, going up high and then inevitably getting back onto the ground. But also there's some times where Meister, I feel like, should have taken the stock at ledge, but then just slightly mistimed like an F tilt, slightly mistimed the dash attack, or even once we saw how a lingering bit of Chef was actually able to hit Capitancito out of tumble and let him get back onto the stage.
Now, jumping back in here, are we possibly seeing a switch there? This has to be a
Most
stage.
likely a stage. It's a stage switch. It's a
This
stage
has
switch.
to be.
It's
This has to.
Maister. It's Game and Watch. We got it. It's gonna be Game and Watch. At the end of the day. But yeah, the biggest thing is just Maister just needs to make sure that he can really force, you know, his own ledge trapping flowchart like he did in Game 1. Because when he got Chef at ledge, you had like a pretty good chance to die, and we didn't see that as much as we needed in Game number 2. So I'm curious to see what stage they opted for. Pokemon Stadium 2. Huh. How do you feel about this stage?
Pokemon Stadium 2. It's interesting because I don't know how Game & Watch players feel necessarily about platforms like this. I feel like I've heard multiple conflicting reports. Some say they love them, some saying they hate them. But against a Mii Gunner like this, I actually would prefer this. I think just giving that platform, especially one that's more closer to the ledge, and giving another option for just Meister to just constantly keep Capitan off stage as much as possible. Give another angle for those neutral bees. The tech coming out. Oh my
wow,
God.
both of them still able to make it out of that situation unscathed. But yeah, the biggest thing is with the positioning of the platforms on PS2, Meister is able to force movement from the ledge in a very specific way. You know, just like once again to be able to get the ledge traps that he needs. But Capitancito has such a good understanding of the rhythm, and when Meister wants to be committing to F tilt, and has just been jumping past it pretty consistently.
Dara, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I truly believe that whoever takes his first stock is going to be in control of this game, and that honor goes to Capitan immediately as soon as I say it, taking that stock.
Wow. Multi-jab going to be able to set up into an edge guard, but Maister tries to commit for the back here to cover the jump. Nonetheless, Missile did not have enough flame advantage or knockback just to be able to get Maister far away enough quite yet. So now both of them 0 and 36%, still a relatively even game. We have seen Maister put on copious amounts of damage just from a single down throw, so I have no doubt he'll be able to make it happen. Up. Up. 46 consistent, you know, bread and butter, and just like that, that lead that Capitancito had, gone.
If anyone's gonna take it back like that, it's Meister, one of the best players in the entire world. Knows how to pace himself, knows how to just make an opponent play out of their natural habitat, like play out of their what their usual play style is. It's like Meister is one of the best players in the world at doing that.
I really like the way that Maister has also been using up smash to be able to knock that projectile out. I believe it's either the down and neutral B, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but he has been spacing it in such a way that, like, Capitancito has just not found the counterplay to it quite yet.
I believe that little landmine that shoots out slightly is the down B, while the rocket is the side B.
Yeah, that's the down B. Oh, that spacing was so smart. Capitancito has established that they're going to be trying to always get back onto center stage by using forward to give themselves the drift, but Maister that time was just so ready for it. Oh. I'm not able to find too much quite yet. Maister uncharacteristically going to be dropping that early percent confirm right now. It's a really nasty position to be stuck out right now, but I like the way that Maister...
The two-stock!
I forgot that he had a bucket. I forgot that he had a full bucket. When did that happen?
I kept looking at that move almost the entire match as a reflector, and then I have to remember it's an actual move.
Nasty position to be stuck out right now.
Yeah,
But
I was like,
I like the way that Maister isn't he reflecting all of these projectiles? Oh,
The two-stock!
that's why. I forgot that he had he had that at the ready. What I really wanted to say though was I really do appreciate how Maister, instead of opting for something like a neutral getup or trying to land back onto the stage, he goes immediately for the platform. Because it's kind of more difficult to get out of the corner for some characters than it is to get off of a platform, right? So he like sort of inched his way into easier and easier game states.